Hello and welcome to this coffee lecture on ORCID. The first question I want to address is, what is ORCID? ORCID, Open Researcher and Contributor ID, is a non-profit organization that provides researchers with a unique identifier that distinguishes them from other researchers and ensures that their work is easily discoverable and properly attributed. There are already 14 million registered ORCID IDs and over 40,000 ORCID IDs in Austria. The ORCID ID is a 16-digit number that is unique to you. You can use your ORCID ID and your data stored in for life, regardless of employer or research area. To create an ORCID ID, all you need to do is to register with your name and email address. It's free and it only takes a few minutes to register, and your ORCID ID is fully owned and controlled by you. So the next question is, why do I need an ORCID and what are the benefits? As a result of rapid growth in the number of researchers, research activities and publications, it is becoming increasingly difficult to correctly attribute research activities. Here are some of the benefits of having an ORCID. First, it's uniquely yours. Many people have similar or identical names, which is a big problem for research databases. It's easy to find lots of research papers with the same author name, but actually written by different researchers. Just think of how many Peter Smiths there are. In other cases, transliterations, different spellings, or name changes mean that some people have to search more than one variation of a name to compile a list of their own articles in traditional databases, and that takes a lot of time. ORCID helps reduce the negative impact of name changes, so you are no longer limited to the name you used at the start of your career. Second, it makes your research easier to find. ORCID makes it easy for others, including potential collaborators, funders, future employers, conference organizers and publishers, to easily find your research output. By attaching your unique identity to articles, datasets, patents and more, you ensure that all of your work is found when other scholars search for your research output. Third, it reduces admin burdens. ORCID IDs have already been integrated into workflows used by a wide range of publishers, funders, and research organizations. As a result, citations can be automatically transferred to and from your ORCID profile with minimal effort on your part. This can save time and reduce errors in workflows by automating the transfer between systems. ORCID IDs are also used by many institutions and research funders such as the FWF. And finally, it's open and community-driven. ORCID is an open, non-profit organization that is governed by a global community of stakeholders to ensure that it is transparent, equitable, and responsive to the needs of the research community. So, we talked about the benefits of having an ORCID ID. But is it just another researcher ID? There are other researcher IDs besides ORCID, but how do they differ from each other? Examples of such IDs are Publons, formerly known as Research ID and Scopus ID. Both IDs, like ORCID, are a unique persistent number that uniquely links your publications to you. However, unlike ORCID, both are tied to proprietary systems. Researcher ID to Web of Science, Scopus ID to Scopus, which is owned by Elsevier. Therefore, your publication list is limited to the publications listed in Web of Science or Scopus. Furthermore, they are only visible to people who have licensed these systems. With ORCID, you have the freedom to make all your achievements visible to everyone. It can be easily synchronized with them so that adding records to one system will automatically update ORCID. And even better, adding records to ORCID can be done in one go across all your different profiles, meaning you just need to keep your ORCID up to date and everything else will synchronize. How do you get an ORCID? Register for your ORCID ID in 30 seconds with your name and email address. Then add information about yourself, for example, employment or education, and import your articles, books, grants, datasets and more. Next, set the visibility. Everyone, trusted parties, or only you. I will talk about the privacy settings in more detail later. Use your ORCID ID on your website and in your research and scholarly activities. Let's take a closer look at your record. Your ORCID ID is linked to your ORCID record. In your record, you can add your employment, education, funding, peer review, memberships, works, or additional IDs. On the slides, I have included a screenshot of 2 different views of your record. On the left, you have the private view. Here you can see your full record and make any adjustments you need, especially the privacy settings. On the other side, we have the public view, where you can see how other people see your record. ORCID links all your research together, while allowing you to control the visibility of each piece of data. You can choose from 3 different visibility options: everyone, trusted parties, or only me. Choose your privacy settings for each of your research data and change them anytime. As a researcher, you are always in control of what private information you want to make public. With the exception of the name and the ORCID ID, both are mandatory and always public, researchers can control the visibility and display of all profile information themselves and change the settings at any time. It is important to fill in your record and keep it up to date. Many researchers just open an ORCID account, for example, for a funding application, and then forget to update and link it. But how do you import data into your record? There are 4 different ways to do this. ORCID Search and Link Wizard can access many databases, for example Bayes or Crossref, and help you find your previously published works and import them directly to your ORCID profile. Or you can add works by importing directly from other systems. This is the recommended method, as it reduces errors and provides a reliable link between your ORCID ID and your work. Or you can import and export works via BibTeX. And last but not least, it's always a possibility to add works manually. As I mentioned earlier, you can import directly from other systems. Pure is a research information system that allows you and your institute to store, display, edit and maintain research activities in a central system. By recording your work in Pure, you contribute to the best possible presentation and visibility of research at Graz University of Technology. Pure, the research platform, is hosted by the library, which enables a link between Pure and ORCID. Publications listed in Pure can be uploaded to your own ORCID page and vice versa. So, how can you do this? Open Pure on your personal business card and go to Edit Profile. Create or connect the ORCID ID. And then authorize the connection and save. You will then see the Pure connection. To sum up, ORCID is a great way to increase your visibility. Use it and keep it up to date to make the most out of it.